Welcome to my Passion Travel channel, a channel specializing in street food and travel. Roasted chestnuts, a classic Christmas snack often sold by street vendors during the holiday season. Roasted chestnuts are a delightful and traditional winter snack commonly associated with the holiday season. Here's an overview of roasted chestnuts. Overview: chestnuts. These are nuts from various species of chestnut trees and are encased in a spiky husk. They have a starchy texture and a slightly sweet, nutty flavor when roasted. Preparation and roasting. Selection: choose fresh and firm chestnuts. Look for nuts that feel heavy for their size and have no visible signs of mold or damage on the shell. Scoring: before roasting, carefully score an X or slit on the flat side of each chestnut using a sharp knife. This allows steam to escape during roasting and prevents the nuts from exploding. Roasting methods. Oven. Roasting: preheat the oven to around 400 degrees, 200 degrees Celsius. Place the scored chestnuts on a baking sheet in a single layer and roast for about 15-20 minutes, or until the shells start to peel back and the nut meats become tender. Open fire. Roasting. Traditionally, chestnuts are roasted over an open fire or in a specialized chestnut roasting pan perforated with holes. They're turned frequently to ensure even cooking. This method provides a smoky flavor to the nuts. Peeling and serving. After roasting, allow the chestnuts to cool slightly. Peel away the tough outer shell and the inner skin, pellicle, while they're still warm, as this is easier than when they cool completely. The chestnuts are then ready to eat. Serving suggestions. Enjoy roasted chestnuts as a warm snack straight from the oven or chestnut roasting pan. They are often served in small paper cones or bags, especially at Christmas markets or holiday events, creating a cozy and festive atmosphere. Roasted chestnuts pair well with warm drinks like mulled wine, hot chocolate, or spiced cider during cold winter months. Note on allergies. Some individuals may have allergies to chestnuts, so it's essential to be cautious if you or others have nut allergies before consuming them. Roasted chestnuts are not only delicious, but also evoke a sense of nostalgia and tradition during the holiday season, making them a beloved snack enjoyed by many during the winter months. Gingerbread cookies. Festive cookies in various shapes and sizes, decorated with icing and spices. Gingerbread cookies are a beloved and iconic treat, especially during the holiday season. Here's an overview of making and enjoying gingerbread cookies. Ingredients for gingerbread cookies. Flour. All-purpose flour forms the base of the cookie dough. Spices: ground ginger, cinnamon, cloves, and sometimes nutmeg or allspice provide the signature warm and aromatic flavors. Butter. Unsalted butter adds richness and flavor to the cookies. Brown sugar and molasses. Brown sugar and molasses combine to give the cookies their characteristic sweetness and depth of flavor. Egg. An egg binds the dough together. Baking powder and salt. Baking powder helps the cookies rise, and salt balances the flavors. Preparation and baking. Mixing. Cream the butter and sugar together until fluffy. Add molasses and egg, beating until combined. Dry ingredients. In a separate bowl, whisk together the flour, spices, baking powder, and salt. Gradually add this dry mixture to the wet ingredients, mixing until a dough forms. Chilling. Wrap the dough in plastic wrap and refrigerate for at least an hour or overnight to allow it to firm up and flavors to meld. Rolling and cutting. Preheat the oven and roll out the chilled dough on a floured surface. Use cookie cutters to cut out shapes: gingerbread people, stars, hearts, or any desired shapes. Baking. Place the cutouts on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper and bake at the specified temperature until the edges are lightly browned. Cooling. Let the cookies cool on the baking sheet for a few minutes before transferring them to a wire rack to cool completely. Decoration. Once cooled, gingerbread cookies can be decorated with icing, candies, or colored sugars to add festive flair. Use royal icing to pipe designs, create faces, or add details. Serving and enjoyment. Gingerbread cookies are often enjoyed as a festive treat, either on their own or as part of holiday cookie platters. They pair wonderfully with hot beverages like coffee, tea, or hot chocolate during the winter months. Some people also use gingerbread cookies as decorations, hanging them on a Christmas tree with ribbons or displaying them in festive arrangements. Gingerbread cookies are not only delicious, but also a fun and creative activity for families and friends during the holiday season. They're a delightful way to evoke the warmth and coziness of the holidays. Mulled wine. Warm, spiced wine with cinnamon, cloves, and citrus, perfect for sipping while strolling through Christmas markets. Gingerbread cookies are a beloved and iconic treat, especially during the holiday season. Here's an overview of making and enjoying gingerbread cookies. Ingredients for gingerbread cookies. Flour. All-purpose flour forms the base of the cookie dough. Spices, ground ginger, cinnamon, cloves, and sometimes nutmeg or allspice provide the signature warm and aromatic flavors. Butter. Unsalted butter adds richness and flavor to the cookies. Brown sugar and molasses. Brown sugar and molasses combine to give the cookies their characteristic sweetness and depth of flavor. Egg. An egg binds the dough together. Baking powder and salt. Baking powder helps the cookies rise, and salt balances the flavors. Preparation and baking. Mixing. Cream the butter and sugar together until fluffy. Add molasses and egg, beating until combined. Dry ingredients. In a separate bowl, whisk together the flour, spices, baking powder, and salt. Gradually add this dry mixture to the wet ingredients, mixing until a dough forms. Chilling. Wrap the dough in plastic wrap and refrigerate for at least an hour or overnight to allow it to firm up and flavors to meld. Rolling and cutting. Preheat the oven and roll out the chilled dough on a floured surface. Use cookie cutters to cut out shapes, gingerbread people, stars, hearts, or any desired shapes. Baking. Place the cutouts on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper and bake at the specified temperature until the edges are lightly browned. Cooling. Let the cookies cool on the baking sheet for a few minutes before transferring them to a wire rack to cool completely. Decoration. Once cooled, gingerbread cookies can be decorated with icing, candies, or colored sugars to add festive flair. Use royal icing to pipe designs, create faces, or add details. Serving and enjoyment. Gingerbread cookies are often enjoyed as a festive treat, either on their own or as part of holiday cookie platters. They pair wonderfully with hot beverages like coffee, tea, or hot chocolate during the winter months. Some people also use gingerbread cookies as decorations, hanging them on a Christmas tree with ribbons or displaying them in festive arrangements. Gingerbread cookies are not only delicious, but also a fun and creative activity for families and friends during the holiday season. They're a delightful way to evoke the warmth and coziness of the holidays. Candy canes, peppermint-flavored candy sticks, a quintessential treat during the holidays. Candy canes are iconic and festive treats, especially popular during the Christmas season. Here's an overview of candy canes. Description. Appearance. Candy canes are hard, cane-shaped candies with red and white stripes, forming a distinctive pattern resembling a walking stick or a shepherd's crook. They're usually around 5 to 6 inches long and may have a hook at one end. Flavor. The traditional flavor of candy canes is typically peppermint, although there are variations available in other flavors like cinnamon, fruit flavors, or even chocolate. Making candy canes. Ingredients. The main ingredients include sugar, corn syrup, water, flavoring, usually peppermint extract for traditional candy canes, and food coloring. Cooking process. The ingredients are heated to a high temperature and then stretched, twisted, and formed into the cane shape while still pliable. The red and white stripes are created by twisting together 2 batches of differently colored sugar mixtures. Shaping and cooling. Once shaped, the candy canes are left to cool and harden, maintaining their curved shape. Traditions and uses, decoration. Candy canes are often used as decorations on Christmas trees. They're hung from branches or used to embellish gift packages, adding a festive touch. Stocking stuffers. They're frequently placed in Christmas stockings as a traditional treat. Stirring hot drinks. Candy canes are used to stir hot drinks like cocoa or coffee. As they dissolve, they infuse the beverage with their sweet peppermint flavor. Enjoyment, snack. Candy canes are enjoyed as a sweet treat by children and adults alike. They're slowly dissolved in the mouth, savoring the sweet peppermint taste. Crushed or used in baking. Crushed candy canes are often used to sprinkle on desserts, such as cakes, cookies, or ice cream, adding a festive appearance and a burst of flavor. Stirring and flavoring. As mentioned, they can be used to stir and flavor hot drinks, adding a hint of peppermint. Variations. Flavors. Besides peppermint, candy canes come in various flavors, including fruity, sour, or novelty flavors like chocolate or caramel. Shapes and sizes. Some candy canes may deviate from the traditional hook shape, appearing in different sizes, shapes, and colors for creative novelty versions. Candy canes are a quintessential part of Christmas celebrations, loved for their festive appearance, sweet peppermint flavor, and the joy they bring during the holiday season. Hot chocolate. Rich and indulgent hot cocoa topped with whipped cream or marshmallows. Hot chocolate, also known as hot cocoa, is a comforting and indulgent beverage enjoyed especially during the cold winter months and around the Christmas season. Here's an overview of how to make hot chocolate. Ingredients for hot chocolate. Cocoa powder or chocolate. Cocoa powder or chopped chocolate forms the base of the drink. Use unsweetened cocoa powder or your favorite chocolate, dark, milk, or white, for richness. Milk, whole milk, almond milk, or oat milk can be used for creaminess. Whole milk generally provides a richer flavor. Sweetener, sugar, honey, maple syrup, or another sweetener is added to taste. Adjust sweetness according to personal preference. Vanilla extract, optional. A splash of vanilla extract enhances the flavor profile. Preparation of hot chocolate, mixing cocoa and sweetener. In a saucepan, mix together the cocoa powder or chopped chocolate with your chosen sweetener. Add a small amount of milk and stir until it forms a smooth paste. Heating the milk. Heat the remaining milk in a saucepan on medium-low heat until it's warm. Avoid boiling the milk to prevent scorching. Combining ingredients. Gradually pour the warm milk into the cocoa mixture while stirring continuously to avoid lumps. Blend everything until well combined. Flavoring. Add vanilla extract if desired, and continue stirring until the hot chocolate is heated through and reaches the desired temperature. Serving suggestions. Pour the hot chocolate into mugs or cups. Top it with whipped cream, marshmallows, chocolate shavings, or a sprinkle of cocoa powder for added indulgence. Garnish with a cinnamon stick or a dusting of ground cinnamon for a festive touch. Variations. Flavored hot chocolate. Experiment with different flavors by adding a pinch of cinnamon, nutmeg, peppermint extract, or a splash of flavored syrup, like caramel or hazelnut, to customize the taste. Spiked hot chocolate. For adults, add a splash of liqueur such as Bailey's Irish Cream, peppermint schnapps, or rum to create a boozy variation. Mexican hot chocolate. Incorporate spices like cinnamon, chili powder, or cayenne for a spicy twist. Hot chocolate is a comforting drink that brings warmth and coziness during the colder months. It's a delightful beverage enjoyed by people of all ages and is often savored during holiday gatherings or as a treat after outdoor winter activities.